Good morning, students. Let's start our 12th standard syllabus with the very first poem prescribed in our syllabus in our textbook under section 2nd. The title of the poem is Song of the Open Road. You know, students, most of us like to travel. We travel for different purposes. Sometimes we like to travel alone, and sometimes we travel with our family members, with our friends, to enjoy the company of them, to enjoy the company of nature, or to get knowledge about different places. But every time we get new and different experiences. We face many problems during traveling, but then also we face these problems courageously. We overcome it, solve it, and continue our journey. We travel by bus, railway, or plane. Students, our poem Song of the Open Road is also about traveling or journey of life. Before going towards the poem, let's deal with the introduction of the poet. Now, see page number 94. The poem Song of the Open Road is written by very famous and renowned 19th century American poet Walt Whitman, who was an essayist and journalist also. He is often called as the father of free verse. His major work, Leaves of Grass, the collection of poems, was published in July 1855. His poem, O Captain, My Captain, written on the death of Abraham Lincoln, is widely popular. Song of the Open Road appears in Leaves of Grass. This poem is a beautiful blend of self-awareness, free will, and tenderness of heart. It is about poet's realization that along the journey of life we get new knowledge, wisdom that we cannot get in any school or university. A road is something everyone uses, whether rich or poor, and it forces all levels of people to associate with one another. The road signifies mobility. The poet Walt Whitman talks about the people and places. He also argues staying in one place for too long, though the hospitality may be true. Students, before going towards the poem or before going to study the poem, let's read the poem once. So see page number 94. I am going to read out the poem. You listen it carefully and try to comprehend it. The title of our poem is Song of the Open Road. Afoot and light-hearted, I take to the open road. Healthy, free, the world before me. The long brown path before me, leading wherever I choose. Henceforth, I ask not good fortune, I myself am good fortune. Henceforth, I whimper no more, postpone no more, nothing, need nothing. Done with indoor complaints, libraries, querulous criticisms, strong and content, I travel the open road, the earth that is sufficient. I don't want the constellations any nearer. I know they are very well where they are. I know they suffice for those who belong to them. Still, here I carry my old delicious burdens. I carry them, men and women. I carry them with me wherever I go. I swear it is impossible for me to get rid of them. I am filled with them and I will feel them in return. Now see poem in detail. The poem begins with poet's journey on foot on the road of life. The poem is written in first person, and so poet himself is the speaker of the poem. Poet says that he is very cheerful and eager to take journey in this healthy and free world. The road is long brown. The long brown road is opened in front of him and he has control over the journey as he is free to choose wherever to travel. It seems that the poet is confident and carefree, so he doesn't ask for good fortune. The poet considers himself the creator of his own fortune. Further, he says that he will not cry or hesitate. Henceforth, I whimper no more, postpone no more, need nothing. In these lines, the poet says that he will not cry or hesitate to do anything without postponing it and expects nothing. Now he is not no longer satisfied. Now he is no longer satisfied being confined within four walls. In the line, done with indoor complaints, libraries, querulous criticisms, the poet wants to express his feelings that he wants to get freedom and he is very eager to get new experiences out of the house in his journey of life. Actually, he wants to say that he is bored from several indoor complaints, limited knowledge, communication, and arguments within four walls. So he is strong enough and contented to travel on free or open road. In the next stanza, poet thinks that the earth is sufficient and enough to get wisdom, knowledge, and to experience wonders of nature. So he is very satisfied. This is explained in the lines, strong and content, I travel the open road, the earth that is sufficient. And so he does not want constellations. Here the new word constellations. Constellations means fate, destiny, or influential groups of people, stars, sky. Here the poet wants to say that he doesn't want constellations. It means that not to be one of them, not to be one of these or those people who study about stars and sky, who are interested in studying fate or destiny. So he doesn't want to be involved within these people. Actually, he says that in the line, I know they are very well where they are. I know they suffice for those who belong to them. In these lines, the poet wants to say that though he has faith on these people, he knows that these people are doing well in their works, in their interest in studying about stars, fate, and destiny. They are happy with them, but the poet himself does not like to engage himself in friends or other people because poet thinks that Mother Earth is enough for him to travel. At the end of the poem, poet expresses his different point of view towards life. He says that we have to travel and continue our journey of life with delicious burdens of past life. The last four lines. Still here I carry my old delicious burdens. I carry them, men and women. I carry them with me wherever I go. I swear it is impossible for me to get rid of them. I am filled with them and I will feel them in return. So, the end of the poem is very important. In these lines, the poet expresses his different point of view towards life. As he says that we have to travel or continue our journey of life with delicious burdens of past life, and actually he has prepared himself for this, and so he carries the past good memories. Delicious burdens means here past good memories, the responsibilities, the men and women with him wherever he goes. That is, he has prepared himself to travel the journey of life with these delicious responsibilities, these good past memories, and men and women with him. He promised himself, and he knows that it is impossible for him to get rid of these past memories and responsibilities. He has prepared himself to travel with these delicious burdens with him because he knows that it is impossible to give up these burdens or to get rid from these past memories and responsibilities, as his life is filled with them, because he knows that his life is filled with them and he will be filled them in him. In this way, the poet encourages the reader to be true to themselves and live a free life. Though life is not free from obligations, though the life is not free from obligations and troubles, but leave your dreams, leaving obstacles behind. Poet wants to become one of the part of nature, and so he wants to come out on the road, that is, journey from the community to the natural world. That makes him understand true philosophies, realities, and hidden secrets in the world. The poem establishes the idea that Earth offers us multiple chances to fulfill our dreams with the right amount of the motivation and determination. But he does not like to stay at one place for a long time, as the road signifies mobility. Open road symbolizes freedom and opportunity. So, the major theme of the poem is freedom, joy, and optimism. The tone of the poem is carefree, which is continued throughout the poem. At the beginning of the poem, the poet is ready to accept the road as it is. It means that he has prepared himself to accept the experiences, good or bad, that comes in the journey of life, and so it shows that he is carefree, and this tone is continued throughout the poem. The poem is written in free verse form. Now look at the first stanza of the poem. The first stanza is of 3 lines. The others are of 4 lines. The lines are of unrhymed and varying length. The poem is very motivational, inspirational poem and written in the form of narration. Now look at the title of the poem. The title of the poem is Song of the Open Road, and it is very significant and opt one. It is suitable to the poem. The word song indicates that poet enjoys to travel on open road with tension and worries of past and future, and like to face the life without complaint against life, with his own will and goodness. It shows his optimistic attitude towards life. So the students, the poem is completed here. We will see the poetic devices or the figure of speech used in this poem to make it meaningful in the next video. I hope you understand the poem completely.